have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once.
Green Day will be headlining the Grey Cup halftime show in Hamilton on Sunday. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers will play the Montreal Alouettes in the big game. And the CBC's Brittany Greenslade joins us now live from Hamilton. She's traveled over there from Winnipeg. So tell us about the mood and the events happening in the build-up to Sunday's Grey Cup, Brittany.
Well, Arthi, the party has definitely started here in Hamilton. It got started last night with the street festival that was just bumping. We had live music there, and there's live music here all weekend. We are in Bomber House. It's one of the party headquarters here at the Hamilton Convention Center. We have the Riderville next door for the Saskatchewan Rough Riders, and all the teams have their party headquarters here, except for Edmonton. They have that big Spirit of Edmonton party that everybody goes to each and every year. Now, fans have started to come in here. This only opened just a few moments ago, and I can tell you the fans are excited. When we landed in Toronto last night, we started talking to some of those fans that we saw outfitted in costumes and outfits that they made themselves so that they could be best dressed here at the Grey Cup. Some of these people have gone to 19, 30, 50 Grey Cups. We've got a gentleman I was just speaking to. This is his 50th Grey Cup. And you know what? So many of these people that come to the Grey Cup every year buy those tickets well in advance. This is an event of the year for them. It doesn't seem to matter if their team is in it because they have met fans from across the league, from across the country that all come here to descend on whatever city is hosting the Grey Cup to come and party. And they really say it's like one big family. Now, Carrie Underwood is going to be performing here tonight, Shaggy tomorrow night. Green Day is going to be doing the halftime show. But you know what? There's no shortage of free events to do. Like I said, here at all of the party headquarters at the Convention Center, James Street and the surrounding areas downtown hosting those festivals throughout the weekend. So people just really pumped up, really excited. That's all that we've been hearing from fans since we landed here last night. Okay, so that's the atmosphere, the fans. What about the game? What can we expect there? Well, it's going to be a great game. Arthi, this is the first time that the Winnipeg Blue Bombers and the Montreal Alouettes have ever met at a Grey Cup championship. So it's going to be exciting no matter what. Montreal has won 7 Grey Cups. Bombers have won 12. They've been here the past 3 years. This is their 4th in a row visit to the Grey Cup. And you know what? It's kind of nice that it's in Hamilton, is what we're hearing from fans, because the last 2 cups that they won were against the Ticats, and one of those cups was here in Hamilton. So they think that that's kind of a good omen. But you know what? The Bombers may have to compete without 2 of their top players, Dalton Schoen and Adam Bighill, who will be game day decisions. We hear from Coach O'Shea. But one person they can count on is home team favorite, one of the favorites, Brady Oliveira. He's a running back. He's a Winnipeg native. And last night at the awards, he won Most Outstanding Canadian. Here's what he had to say.
This means a lot to me. You know, I'm a proud Canadian. I'm living out a dream, a childhood dream, playing for my hometown with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. And it's truly a childhood dream. You know, I've been a CFL fan ever since I was a young kid. So as a Canadian kid, this means the world to me. But the job's not done. Let's go get it Sunday.
Now, the one thing fans know, not just about Brady Oliveira and his love of football, is his love of animals. He is a puppy advocate. He comes and he rescues dogs all the time. And so on our flight, we actually had a whole group that was bringing rescue dogs from Winnipeg to their foster homes to find their forever homes here in Ontario, in another nod to Brady Oliveira and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. But right now, the party's getting started well ahead of Grey Cup Sunday.
Thanks for this, Brittany. That is the CBC's Brittany Greenslade in Hamilton. Okay, we want to stay on this story. For that, we're bringing in the Mayor of Winnipeg, Scott Gillingham. Mayor, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Arthi. Great to be with you.
Okay, so we were listening there to our reporter. The Blue Bombers will be battling for the Grey Cup once again, coming up this weekend. What's the mood like in your city?
Well, a lot of excitement in Winnipeg. And in fact, the Bombers are Manitoba's team. You know, we have so many fans beyond the borders of our city. And so our whole province is really excited. And certainly the people of Winnipeg are looking forward to the game.
Okay, so we also heard, of course, that your team is no stranger to winning. The Bombers have 12 titles under their belts. This year marks Winnipeg's 4th consecutive Grey Cup appearance. I don't want to jinx anything, and I don't want to put you in a bad spot, but are we expecting title number 13?
The focus is to win the Grey Cup. There's no doubt about it. Even the fans, we're having a great time. Like Brittany said, the Grey Cup there's nothing like the Grey Cup. It's when it comes to championships in sports, because there's people that travel every year to the Grey Cup, no matter where it is. So it's a lot of fun. But make no mistake, the people of Winnipeg, and for sure the Bombers, are focused on one thing: winning the Grey Cup. We kind of let it slip away from us in Grey Cup game last year, so there's a lot of unfinished business, and the fans are focused, and I know the team is dialed in.
Okay, so for you personally, or even for people who you know, I'm wondering if there's any sort of pre-game traditions or rituals that you are going to subscribe to make sure that you guys bring home the Grey Cup.
I don't have any pre-game rituals, but the Grey Cup game usually for me involves chicken wings somehow and nachos somehow, but just a lot of fun as well, and a lot of partying and having a good time with certainly the Bomber fans. But beyond that, there are fans from that really support other teams in the league all throughout the year, but they all descend upon the Grey Cup and have a great time.
When we're talking about the matchup now, we're talking about the Blue Bombers and the Alouettes. This is the first time that this matchup is happening for the Grey Cup itself. We heard from Brittany that there's going to be game day decision on 2 key players. What are you expecting on the field?
Well, no matter who is in our lineup, the advantage we have as the Bombers team is we have a lot of depth. We have a lot of talented players. Our administration, our Bombers, Wade Miller and Kyle Walters and Coach O'Shea, over the number of years that they've been together, they have built a really strong team for us in Winnipeg. So no matter who takes the field for the Bombers, I know they'll be ready to go, they'll be ready to play, and I'm looking forward to a good game.
Now, Mayor Gillingham, we often see these rivalries between 2 cities and, of course, between the mayors, too. I have to tell you, I did invite the mayor of Montreal to join us. Our team did, so that we could have this conversation together. Unfortunately, they declined this opportunity for us to discuss a wager. Do you have a wager, a bet between you and Mayor Valerie Plante, if your team wins or if her team wins?
To this point, Mayor Plante and I do not have any wager. I'm looking forward to certainly seeing her, hopefully in the coming days here in Hamilton. But there's no wager right now. But I tell you, I'm sure that she is as focused on her team being successful as I'm focused on the Bombers being successful.
But you know what? This is your chance. She's not even here. So why don't you just make it public and go ahead and say what you want if your team wins? What would you like to see from the mayor?
Oh boy, you put me on the spot here, Artie.
Yes.
I don't even
Tough
know.
questions.
So, Montreal is famous for their smoked brisket, so I think something along that line, I would be willing to receive, one of those famous Montreal smoked brisket corned beef sandwiches on rye with the pickle. I would take that.
You don't need her to wear a Blue Bomber jersey?
We could talk about that as well. If she's handing it to me, well, she's wearing a Blue Bomber jersey, I'm good with that as well. But we could work out those details.
Yes, the fine print counts. Thank you for joining us today. You said that you are going to Hamilton as well.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Well, enjoy your trip, enjoy the game, and good luck to both teams. Thank you for this.
Thank you. Go Bombers.
That is Scott Gillingham. He is the mayor of Winnipeg.